What is up, YouTube fam? Back here again with another video here for you guys. This is gonna be basically a turbo cost breakdown on my 2018 Yamaha YXZ. I've been wanting to do this video for a while here, is basically do like a cost breakdown on turboing the YXZ. There's a lot of variables just because we did a lot of stuff ourselves, actually everything ourselves, but you know, I did have to source and buy parts. But I am gonna do like a cost breakdown on, say, like what we charge to as well to do things, because we do have a shop here, obviously, as you can see, and we do work on customers' cars. So we do have a price point on what to charge, like for certain things that we've done on the car. Like for example, the intercooler, turbo manifold, charge tubes and all that stuff like that. Just because a lot of this stuff that we did to the YXZ is not plug and play, as you can see from like the previous videos or like the intro, is like everything's custom. But we do offer a turbo kit like this. We might do a couple YXZ turbo kits in the near future, because we got some other people hitting us up, and hopefully this brings in, you know, more customers too as well. But let me go ahead and get into this cost breakdown here. I have it on the notes here, as you can see. I'm on my phone here, but I recently made some YXZ EGR block off plates. So I'm kind of throwing that in this video here just to promote my products. I'll do a little B-roll of everything as I'm talking. So for starters, we got the EGR block off plates. We did make them, T-Clan Customs. That's our brand here, T-Clan Fabrication. And then, so second down the list, we got the LaRue Performance Alternator Kit. Cost on that is a whopping $840. Moving down on the next on the list, second items you need for the turbo is injectors, map sensor, and the ECU flash. And I got my car is on Alba. All that's Alba from my car. It was sponsored by Alba, so but I went on their website, and for that injectors, the ECU flash, and the 4-bar map sensor, the stage 3, what it is, it's a $968.99. So one's $970 just for that. So, and obviously next you're gonna need a turbo. So up next, we got running with the Garrett Gen 2 turbo, and that ran me $1,900. And then just to add it to as well, we did add the tile hot side housing. It flows better, and that was, I believe, $850. I haven't added that on here, but that's $850 on top of that. And then you're gonna need the turbo manifold. We do make that one here in-house. It's a tubular top mount manifold, and that one, it's actually on our website too as well. If you click the link, that's running at $1,000 for the manifold here. And then also you're gonna need intake. We didn't want to make like a you know, just like a fabbed up quick boxed intake. We wanted to have a nice one on. So we did go ahead and go with the Packard Billet Plenum manifold. They're the only one out there that has a nice clean looking one, and that one was $1,400. And for the charge tubes, obviously, because you're gonna need to flow everything to the motor, and that my brother would charge around $650 to make the charge tubes. So obviously, like I said, we have price points for everything. Next on the list is an intercooler, and that was going to run $1,000. That's a whole custom built intercooler with the CNC brackets. That way it looks all nice and clean on there. So that would run you $1,000, and it does have an intercooler fan on it too as well. So for the cold intake air temps. And next you're going to need a Turbo Smart race port blowout valve, and that was $300. And that one sounds nice, and Turbo Smart, nice and reliable product, been around for years. And for the wastegate, we went with the Turbo Smart 40mm wastegate, and that's $330. Same as well, Turbo Smart, good wastegate, been around for years. Don't go with the China one, anything like that. You just want to run a good wastegate, because obviously that's your boost right there. And I've seen China ones fail from our Honda days. You know, we learned along the way to go with a good quality product. Turbo Smart's the one we chose. An exhaust, for the exhaust in the car we have, my brother charged somewhere around $850 for that exhaust. It is a dump tube style where it goes into the muffler, or not a muffler, but it goes in, so it's all in one. And then looking at the intake too as well, we did make a little intake tube with the filter. We'll say that's $100 for everything. It has a little 45 in the mounting system on it. And then you're gonna need axles, because my first trip out, the car handled well for 2 days in the Glamis Dunes. Pretty good. The axles held up, they were doing good. But they were old axles already, and plus they were the OEM ones that come with the Fireball long travel kit. It's literally just an extending rod with the OEM CVs, and that broke pretty much instantly 2 days in out of like a 4-day trip, so it was kind of a bummer. I knew it was gonna happen, but I was like, I'm not gonna launch it, so I think we should be fine. But I never re-greased them or anything like that, so I'm pretty sure that's why they overheated and broke. It broke super easy too as well. So I did go with the Demon Power Sports race spec axles. Those came out to $940 for both of them. They're good big chunk of change, but it's worth it. The boost gauge, obviously you're gonna need a boost gauge. Those are 160 AM boost gauges. AFR, you're gonna wanna monitor your AFRs. Those are 160. Those 2 gauges you're gonna need, and then you're gonna need a paddle setup. Well, obviously if you're not in the sand, but obviously we go to the sand a lot, so we needed a paddle setup. I went with the Blackbird's comp cut. I know it's a little overkill for the car. It can handle it, but on the top end it does slow the car down, but I'm gonna grow into them since I'm gonna build a motor soon. So I'm gonna need them, but for right now they spin them good, and the Blackbirds are 1,300. And then so going down to the last is miscellaneous parts like oil lines, you know, nuts and bolts, etc. Little things we needed for the turbo kit, and I'm gonna price that around $350 because kind of pricey for those little things. And the total amount for the turbo build, I don't know if you're ready for this, is $12,300 for all the parts I just went over, which is damn pricey. Does not feel like I have that much into the YXZ on the turbo build. Obviously, like I said, we did a lot of stuff ourselves, but still, that's a good chunk of change for the sport I'm into, but it's honestly fun. It's the best thing ever. It gets you out in the desert and everything like that. And then since we're on this topic of this video of the pricing, I wanted to go ahead and just calculate everything on what I did to the car too as well. So I made another extra list. This is already passing the turbo kit. So we're gonna add the Fireball long travel kit. That one was a $3,700, which is kind of pricey, but I did it. Long travel, best decision ever. And to go along with that long travel, went ahead and did the Waller Racing dual rate spring kit, and that was $900 for all 4, or I should say all 8 because it's a dual spring. So all 8 springs were $900. Installed them myself. Good thing is a lot of this stuff is all the labor I did, so there's no labor. Imagine this is just parts. Anyways, and then I went with the Waller Racing tie rod links for the car, since I did break the stock ones when I first put the car together, and those were $370. And then I went with the Packard wishbone wheels. Total for all 4 of those bad boys were $1,500. And the cage we did make here ourselves, so you can't really factor in like the price of that, but I could, since we do make these cages. It is $2,100 we charge for that cage raw, and that's also the long travel kit's raw too as well. So you know, we could still add the price of powder, but I'm not. There's no point. And then we got the carbon fiber dash trim piece. My brother got that for me, but still, it's part of the car. We put some money into it, so obviously I'm gonna put a price on that, and that was $130. And then the Rocker Fosgate Stage 4 sound system kit, that is a whopping $2,800, and the system blew, so kind of sucks. But it's still in the car. I have the sub in there and the 2 speakers on the floor. The other 2 speakers, I took them out. You know, it kind of sounds shitty, but oh well, it's still in the car. And then we got the Packard billet shift knob, and that one's $170. We got the buggy whips. Those were kind of pricey with the billet mounts and everything all hooked up. That was total $500 for both of the fucking whips. Kind of pricey. They're not that bright because of the purple color choice, but that's the theme of the car. Still went with purple. I might switch it up to 1 whip, but who knows. That's what I'm running for right now. We got the Baja Chase light I added on there. It's a regular, just like a Baja like amber work light, but I made it into a little chase bar with the Switch Pro. And you're looking at $130 for that little light. And then the bed delete plate, we do make those here too as well. I have a CNC or a laser cut guy that makes them out for us, and that's $180 we charge for those bed deletes. And then I got the fire extinguisher on the car. You never know. It came, that was a $350 with the billet mount and the fire extinguisher. I know I also almost forgot to add the Switch Pro on there. The 6-panel Switch Pro that makes all the lights flash and do all that, you know, ruta stuff as people call it. That was like at least $650. I don't have that on here, so price is gonna be off by a couple, $1,000 because of or more than that, because of the tile. I didn't add the tile housing. Anyways, so the total amount, $25,000, $25,230 to be exact. We couldn't make it 26 because of the missing parts. So we'll just go around $26,000 I have in the goddamn YXZ here. That's kind of a lot of money here. $26,000 into this bad boy right here. And I wouldn't trade it for anything else. It's super fun. I love the way the car handles, especially with the long travel kit, duning, and you know, just ripping through the dunes. Also, I've taken it out to like Johnson Valley and you know, down here our local areas where we go off-roading, and it does well, but just everything else messes up the car really bad. The sand is kind of forgiving, so you know, it's like a little cleaner, as you can say. It's still dusty and stuff, but they're basically sand cars. So that's it gonna be for this video here for you guys. Let me know what you guys think on this camera recording setup here. I can't do this for every single video, but for every video I have, we could. I want to do one of these videos here too as well for my brother's Razor. Get him on this chair, put his car right there. He's building a Sand Outlaw Series Razor here. It is, you know, an extended chassis and it's all crazy. It's going for a lot of horsepower. Can't wait for that video to come out too as well, especially ripping that one. A lot of content coming for this next year, guys. Appreciate you guys. We're almost at 6K. Hopefully we can get there by the end of the year. I'm being optimistic here because I know I still need like 30, 40 more to go by the end of the year, and there's only a week left, but it's worth a shot. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, this was a little different because the camera's really far away and we got the YXZ right here. But how are we gonna do this video? It's like a weird, like, I don't know if this is even gonna work or not. I don't even know if I look good because the camera's far. Don't know the lighting, if you can see me well. I guess we can check it right now, huh? All right, let's check it.